Good evening, racing fans. Welcome back to the channel, proudly sponsored by betting.co.uk. I'm just back with one selection for you for Friday's racing. We've got a pretty decent card actually over at Sandown, some nice competitive action. And I've managed to find a selection for you that runs in the handicap chase, the 2 miler, which is the 225 at Sandown. It's a relatively competitive event, even though there's just the six runners here. You could actually probably make a case for the majority of them as well. But I do have one selection that I fancy, probably based on price more than anything in total. But he does actually have a really solid chance here because he is a nice improver in this field as well. If we start off, though, by taking a quick look at the favourite, we've got Mount Tempest in here for Dan and Harry Skelton. He's drifting a little bit to 5-2, probably rightly so just because of the starter handicap this is, but he is the right favourite. He pretty much made all last time out to win despite a few mistakes, and he is clearly a horse going the right way. He's won here over course and distance as well, so effectively he ticks probably a lot of the boxes here and is generally the right favourite. He's probably going to be ridden from the front again, which will of course keep him out of trouble, so providing he doesn't make any mistakes, he's not going to be far away. But a 5-2 in a race this competitive, I'm just going to take him on this time. Sir Psycho's in here as well for Harry Deerham. Now, Sir Psycho was actually a really good horse at 1.4 Paul Nicholls. He did actually go off the boil a little bit, but since joining Harry Deerham, he has actually come back to form. He won on his stable debut for Harry Deerham at Ascot before running a pretty decent race to finish second behind Stormy Flight next time out. So he's definitely a reformed character, if you like, this season. He's still only 8, Sir Psycho. So he definitely has a chance here again, but there's a few reservations about his attitude. And I think you could probably take him on again at 100-30. Fine Casting's a pretty decent horse for Ben Paulin. They seem to find improvement out of these sort of novice chasers out of nowhere. But he's had a few opportunities now, Fine Casting, so I'm a little bit dubious about backing him here. Whilst General Medrano did let us down a little bit last time, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him come back to form as well. The selection I'm going to go with, though, is the Warren Greatrix trained Keep Running with James Bowen on board. Now, he has gone up £4 here in a better race as well, but he did win quite nicely last time out. When I say nicely as well, he didn't win by a massive margin. He pretty much rallied to hold on at the finishing line, but I liked his attitude, and that was still a performance much better than what his mark was showing that day. So I do still think there's a few pounds extra that you can apply onto the market Keep Running, which probably makes him quite well in here. Now, don't get me wrong, everything's going to have to go right for Keep Running. He is a decent jumper, and he made all pretty much last time out. This time he's probably going to have hold-up tactics and play his cards late behind Mount Tempest, but with a little bit of less weight than Mount Tempest, and again, he's still improving at the same time. I think he could actually have quite a strong finish, and of course, James Bowen on board is a big plus. He actually rode him the last 2 times as well, so he's had a good spin out of him, obviously winning last time out at Taunton, and I think he's probably the value bet in the race. He is 6-1, so you could back him each way for the 2 places. I'm not going to get stuck in there. I'd probably just have a standard point on him at 6-1, and I think he's probably going to give you a pretty decent run for your money. He wasn't too functional over hurdles as such. He did actually win one of his 9 races, but he seems to have turned a corner for fences. Looks much more naturalist, that saying, where you definitely say he looks more like a chaser. He's quite a nice looking horse as well, and he's a horse going the right direction. So providing that everything goes well for him again tomorrow, I don't think he's going to be too far away. I think you could take on Mount Tempest at 5-2 as a front runner. Again, he did make a few blunders last time and it didn't matter, but he has gone up himself in the weights again, which will make it slightly harder for him again this time. But I'm hoping that they Keep Running some sort of hold-up tactics tomorrow, start to perhaps improve his position in the second half of the race, and then try and take Mount Tempest in the finishing line up the straight at Sandown. I think that's how I'd want to see him be ridden at the moment. And of course, James Bowen is riding out of his skin as well. So 6-1 for Keep Running in the 225 at Sandown. At 6-1 is going to be my only selection for Saturday. If you haven't seen already, I do have a Cheltenham Trials Day preview out with Jamie, Scotty and Kieran. That is obviously here on my YouTube channel as well, but you can check that out over on Twitter. And I will actually have my full final selections out in my group chat sometime tomorrow. So if you'd like to go over and join us there, please do click the link in the description below. But also courtesy of betting.co.uk, there is an offer from Coral where if you bet £5, you can get £20 in free bets as a new customer. And again, that link is also in the description below. But do drop me a comment, let me know who you fancy for tomorrow. But for me, it's keep running in the 225 at Sandown, and hopefully you can get us a nice winner before we head into the weekend's action. See you all soon. Bye for now.